Hey everybody, this is Jason, and this is going to be a version of Off the Cuff. This is going to be something a little different. I'm going to try to do kind of like a what makes this song great kind of thing, except for I don't have the groovy break track by track thing and all that fun stuff that like somebody like Rick Beato does. But I'm going to talk about my favorite buzzy band, which is Wet Leg. We're going to talk about a song called Chaise Lounge, and I'm going to kind of walk through about what's cool about it. I'm going to show you some parts, and then I'm going to talk to you about kind of the key aspect of it musically that is why it's such a fun song. So I'm going to start playing the video here, and so we're going to start it right now. Hopefully you can hear it okay. Alright, so right out the bat we're starting off with, and this is the key to kind of the whole song, it's very minimal, and it uses the minimalism very effectively. So we're starting off on a bass, and the bass line is really simple, just two notes. Just the G sliding up to a C. And then the bass line is just pretty much just a couple of kick drum hits and maybe a little bit on the hi-hats, but the drum beat is just super simple, just unbelievably simple. It's not even playing a full kit. He's not even playing a real, like a standard boom boom chick kind of beat. He's just playing a kind of like a introductory beat. They're just creating the kind of the texture. So this is the bass. Alright, let's stop right there for a second. Now the other thing that is something that now first of all, they're not really like operatic singing here or anything, but they're almost basically speaking. But did you notice that when they brought in both voices, both Rianne and the guitar player, Hester's voices at the same time, and they're doubling up vocal tracks? And that's just something that nobody does anymore, and I don't know why. They use the double vocals effectively, really well. They do that in this song, and they do it in other songs, but when they bring in that second voice, and they use that second voice, it's a very nice little dynamic change, and it's a concept. It's not like harmonic singing, but it's still just nice to have that second voice in there, and they use it as kind of a textural thing. I got the big D. See? And I got the big D. So we're all building up to the explosion. Very much a Nirvana sort of concept. Now we hit and here we go into the more intense part. So we're staying very minimal, and then we're building up to the louder chorus. And even this louder chorus is still very minimal. We're bringing in a distorted guitar, and all the distorted guitar is doing is playing a G chord. Exactly like that. And then the other guitar is coming in with this little riff that's and so everything, all the minimalism that they had in the beginning of the song, when they finally get to this part and they put in all the punch and the little riff and the double vocals and everything that they do in this just gives it that extra punch. That's why they had all the minimalism in there, is so that when they hit this part, the hookiness and the punch just hits you really bad, because you've been waiting for this for like a minute and a half. We're a minute 3 in the song, and we only are now getting the full punch of the song, and that's brilliant. That's, you don't need so much stuff. But anyway, let's listen to the chorus here. So they drop back to the minimalism that they stopped again. I love this part.
Hey you, in the front row, are you coming backstage after the show? Because I got a Chaise Lounge in my dressing room and a pack of warm beer.
Alright, and then they hit the heavy chorus again. And it just gives us so much punch. Now, they're really minimal in this part. So not only do they drop it off, they do the punch, but then they drop it off, and it's not even the full bass line anymore. It's not. Now it's just. So it's really, really simple, and even the drum beat's only playing like, it's basically playing a floor or a kick drum, and that's pretty much it during that part. So let's go back in when they get into this part, so you can really. So he's just doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then back to the punch. This is just one chord. Now listen right here. Alright, so, and then this is another fun part. So they're punching home the chorus at the end just to drive that basic melody concept into your head. But just to make sure it really gets pushed into your head, they switch it up for this second. They switch the words around, so they change it around just to really punch it home. Where they all day long on the Chaise Lounge, all day long on the Chaise Lounge, all day long on the Chaise Lounge, on the Chaise Lounge, all day long on the Chaise Lounge. And then they finish it with the nice switch around again, but it's like all day long on the Chaise Lounge, all day long on the Chaise Lounge, all day long on the Chaise Lounge, on the Chaise Lounge, all day long on the Chaise Lounge. And there's even sort of there's a little awkward like slide up or something where there's a little bit of a noise in there just to add that little extra punch. But it's the minimalism that just makes this song great, and it's the dynamic switching where they use the minimal and then they bring in the punch, And then they also use the repetition of the chorus at the end, which is a classic way to make sure that when you walk away from the song, you remember exactly what the song's about, what the main idea of the song is. It's just a well composed, fun song. And that's why this is such a fun song to listen to and why it's so damn catchy. But it just goes to show that you don't need to be a rocket science guitar player or you have a lot of skill, you know. I mean, real simple drums, real simple bass. The most complicated thing is this guitar riff. I mean, even that's not really that complicated. I mean, it's certainly not like a Shredder Deluxe kind of guitar riff. Anyway, I hope this pans out because I've never tried anything like this before, and you guys have a great one. Thanks.